Hey everyone, it's Ashley K again. I'm just checking in because it's Sunday, and I wanted to go over just a couple cool recipes that I picked up from sandyskitchenadventures.com. That's Sandy with a Y. So I'll just tell you about those and then tell you my numbers, and that's pretty much it. It's going to be a quick video. It's late Sunday night, kind of, and I am ready to go to bed and start Monday tomorrow, unfortunately. So the first thing that I cooked from the website is a really popular quote-unquote pizza that is made from cauliflower, egg beaters, and cheese, like 2% cheese, or cheese that's made from 2% milk. And you can use either the Mexican variety or just cheddar. So I use the Mexican mix, and you mix that together, a cup of grated or, food processed cauliflower, a fourth a cup of egg beaters, and a fourth a cup of the shredded Mexican or cheddar cheese. And you kind of mix that together, and then you just kind of put it on a piece of parchment paper on a cookie sheet. You preheat your oven for, I think it's about 400 degrees, and you kind of use a spoon, the back of a spoon, to circle, mush the mixture out into a circle, and then you bake it. And when it comes out of the oven, you're going to be amazed because it's going to look like a flatbread. It's really cool. And then you can do all sorts of pizzas. I did a buffalo chicken pizza, which is one chicken tenderloin, shredded up, and then a tablespoon of light ranch, a tablespoon of light cream cheese, and then also you can mix in like bell pepper and things like that. And then, of course, the hot sauce, Frank's hot sauce, 2 tablespoons, with the chicken. So it's kind of a, little mixture. It's really, really good. And it has kind of a kick to it, some spiciness if you've been missing that. And then you, when you're done baking the bread, you put the mixture on top, and then you sprinkle a fourth a cup more cheese on top to melt for like 5 minutes in the oven. And it comes out as a pizza. It's really, really good. A lot of people have tried various things that I've heard are good, like maybe mozzarella with sliced tomato and maybe some basil leaves or something on top. You just want to pay attention to the condiments and the healthy fat and all of those things to make sure you're hitting your marks. Which that is the great thing about her website, is that if you do one of her recipes exactly as it says to do it, she breaks down for you how each recipe meets the condiments, the lean, the green, exactly how much you're getting, so that you're not really questioning if it's on plan. You can kind of, back up the recipe, or you don't have to take her word for it that it's on plan. You can really check yourself. So that's really nice to give you just some, confidence about that you're eating the right stuff. The other thing that I made was something I made today, and I have it right behind me so I can show you how it came out, and I'm not a master baker or anything, so I'm kind of pleased with how it came out, really. Both recipes that I've taken off her websites came out perfect the first time I made, well, except for the thing I'm going to show you, but the pizza came out perfect the first time I made it. I made it again for my boyfriend and me the other night, and it came out perfect then too. I mean, if you just follow the directions, it should be pretty easy. I have seen some people with this next recipe have some issues with one of the things, but that's it's kind of a kitchen technique that a lot of people have issues with. So anyway, the thing that I made today they're called Revolution rolls. I think they were originally developed for the Atkins program back when that was popular. They're called Revolution rolls, or I think they also call them maybe rapid rolls or something like that. But anyway, you can find recipes all over the internet for them. Or you can just go to Sandy's Kitchen Adventures, because everything's all in one place and you have tons of cool Medifast, lean and green recipes. But let me show you my rolls. I did 2 batches. The first one I think was in the oven too long because they came out a lot more brown than I wanted them, and I kind of wanted to make them perfect, so I was a little bit of a perfectionist with them. So this is the first batch that I did. And it comes out looking like this. Cool little design on the top there. So that's the roll. That's the back. Looks kind of like a hamburger bun, the back of a hamburger bun that's kind of been toasted or something like that. You actually use 2 of them to make a sandwich, so you have one for your top, one for your bottom. And then one of them, she'll tell you on the website, but it equals maybe a third or something like that of a lean. So you can add in, for instance, we made pork sandwiches out of this, so we only used 3.3 ounces, and it was actually almost too much to put on the bun, quite frankly. So, you know, we were able to have sandwiches for the first time in weeks. It was great. They are a little bit eggy because they are made out of eggs. And in fact, I'll tell you a little bit how the recipe works. So basically what you do is you take 3 eggs that are at room temperature and you separate the whites and the yolk. You take the whites and you kind of make a meringue out of it. You add like a pinch of cream of tartar, and you mix it with your blender until you get the peaks to be stiff, much like a meringue for a pie. And then for the yolks, after you are done with the meringue, you take the yolks and you add in a tablespoon, or sorry, 3 tablespoons of light cream cheese, and then you also put in a pack of Splenda, or you can use Truvia or whatever that other stevia from the stevia plant, the popular one. Just a package of that to kind of sweeten it up a little bit, like bread is kind of sweet. And you mix that together, but you don't want to mix that with a mixer. You want to do it with a whisk to get it still kind of chunks of cream cheese in there. I found that out on my second batch that it helps. And then basically you fold in the yolk mixture into the egg white mixture, and then you'll get kind of this batter that has you know, just a little, you can see some of the chunks of the cream cheese still in it, which is fine. And then you kind of dump little blobs onto parchment paper, and you bake it at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. I did 25 minutes on the first batch, and I think that's why they came out a little too brown, and I heard others say that as well. Also, my oven cooks really quick, so it's a small oven in an apartment. So maybe your oven's different, maybe it cooks a little better than mine. So it's good to check it maybe after the first 15 minutes, check it every 5 minutes. So that they're nice and golden and not kind of black. So yeah, they came out really good, but they are, like I said, a little bit eggy. Obviously, it's made out of a lot of eggs. But one thing that people have done with it, which I can imagine would be really good, is they've made breakfast sandwiches out of them. So if you are a little bored with your lean and green meal being at night, and having, you know, chicken and vegetables, steak and asparagus, all that stuff, maybe you can try to have your lean in the morning for breakfast. And I've heard people say that when they're a few weeks into the program and they're starting to get a little bored and the novelty's worn off a little bit, that it's kind of cool to switch it up a little. So maybe you want to think about having maybe like a turkey sausage patty, or a Jenny O turkey sausage patty on it with maybe some cheese for your healthy fat. Or, you know, something like that. Just figure, you know, what works for you, what you like. And then it's kind of like, I could imagine it being a lot like having a bacon, egg, and cheese, sausage, egg, and cheese croissant from Burger King, which I used to love those. So that would be cool to kind of mix it up a little bit and have my lean for breakfast, and then just have like a Medifast soup, you know, in a salad for dinner. So that's just an idea to throw out there. But I think my rolls came out kind of pretty, don't you? So I'm definitely not a baker by any stretch of the imagination. So I was pretty pleased with how they came out, and they looked just like her picture did. It was really fun and cool. So I've definitely been back in the kitchen a lot more since starting this program, and I think it's a good thing. You know, I've been cooking with fresh vegetables and all that stuff, so yay. Yay for me. So anyway, my numbers, I am down to 266.6 as of this morning. I was hoping I'd lose a little bit more, but actually it's nothing to sneeze at because I started Medifast 2 weeks ago at 284. So I am really close to the 20-pound mark. So I think for 2 weeks on a diet, that is insane. I have not lost 20 pounds on any diet that I can remember, honestly. So I think that's really cool. And so altogether, you know, I started at 295. So I've lost almost 30 pounds if I think about that. So, you know, I'm definitely not unhappy. I was able to wear jeans that I haven't worn in years to work the other day. So that was really cool, and I really liked it. So, you know, I know my weight loss is going to slow down now, and be slow and steady, and that's fine with me as long as I keep on losing. So I have had a couple of cheats, and I have been eating the optional snack at night, and I think I'm going to cut that out to make sure that I keep on losing, and then you know, the goal date, I don't want to push it further and further away. So I think I'm going to try to tweak a couple things just to make, you know, be a little more strict on myself now that my blood sugar has stabilized a lot, and that I'm more filled up by the meals now than I was in the beginning. So I'm just gonna, you know, try to keep mixing it up and not get bored with it. I have heard, you know, like I said before, that the novelty can kind of wear off, and that weeks 3 and 4 can be a little tougher for people because of that. And so I'm really scared of falling into that. So I'm just trying to keep it fun and interesting and different. Really trying to mix up my meals, try not to eat the same thing every day, except the bars because I love them. So, you know, I'm just going to try to stick it out and do that. So hopefully you guys are doing good too. I would love to hear, you know, any success stories, or, you know, if you need somebody to talk to. You know, I'm on the Facebook support group with my health coach, Christina Ray. So if you're on there, you know, please message me if you ever want to chat or something. I'm always looking for people, you know, for moral support and things like that. So please don't be shy. My name is Ashley Kay, and I am hoping to do this every Sunday to check in, and maybe you'll see me get skinnier in the face and everywhere else, so that would be cool, huh? So anyway, have a great week, and I will see you in 1 week, and hopefully be down a couple more pounds. Take care.